Okay, so in this video, I'm walking you through how I set up my bullet journal for the month of January. Typically, January in my bullet journal tends to take the longest setup out of any other month of the year, and this is just typical of people who bullet journal only because January includes longer spreads with things like goals, budget trackers, etc. But instead of a goal list, I like to do a vision board as my goal setting for the year. How I personally like to do a vision board is very easy. I start off by literally finding things that represent what I want to accomplish, achieve, attain, or even receive. I use images, words, I get pictures from the internet, as well as use my magazines and then clip out sayings or just pictures, images that speak to me. I take a bit of time to cut everything out to size, and then I lay it out first on my vision board just to make sure it all fits. Some examples of things that I personally put on my vision board are goals that I would like to attain, for example, drinking water, working out, as well as things and items that I would like both inside my home as well as in my outdoor living space. I've done vision boards for years, and I've always put items that I want to obtain or receive, even ideas for decorating and even material things on it. It just keeps me sort of centered on what it is that I want. So after everything is laid out and I like how it looks, I literally grab the glue stick and I just glue it in. I do like to leave a little bit of space in case I find something in the future that I want to put on the board. The next thing I do is my monthly at a glance. I print out a monthly calendar that I color code with stickers, and these stickers correspond to certain events such as school or any meetings or birthdays, etc. I do make these and sell these monthly printouts on my website if you are interested. But the colorful star stickers that I'm using I purchased at Michael's, and I make a key at the bottom to color code the dates of the month. So this colorful visual helps me just get an overview of what I have going on for a specific week or even a specific day. The page next to it is where I add any important events or dates, any monthly goals that I have, any monthly household chores that I need to accomplish, as well as a quote that speaks to me for that particular month. One other thing I'd like to note is that I leave my calendar printout pretty plain because a bullet journal to me is a creative outlet where I like to just color or doodle or add my own little customization to it, as most people do as well. The next thing I always do every single month is my moods as well as a gratitude tracker. For my moods this particular month, I'm attempting to do a big flower with some petals, and I'm using the Martha Stewart circle cutter to draw a perfect circle in the center. I don't believe she makes this anymore, but I got it years ago at Michael's. You can maybe search her on the internet. It's actually a cutter, but as you can see, I use a pencil. It makes the perfect circle in any size. If you don't have that, a compass would work just as well. I personally love doing the mood tracker as well as the gratitude only because it's interesting to see how your moods can shift each month. It also gives you a visual, sort of the big picture of how you're feeling every month. Like, are you genuinely happy, genuinely frustrated, genuinely stressed? It's kind of very good visual for you. I'm also a huge believer with gratitude, so the fact that I get to write things down that I'm grateful for each and every day in a creative fashion, I just love. So as you can see, I've traced these two things prior to filming only to save time. And as you can see, I made a huge mistake and put March in the middle of my mood tracker instead of January. That's what happens when your kids are talking to you when you're filming, and they must have said something about March or marching or something, because I wrote March. But I did go back and correct that. As for my gratitude tracker, I try to do something different creative each month, but I absolutely love this mason jar with just a thank you tag. I use this spread often. It's simple and so pretty. This is something new I'm actually trying this month. It's a monthly wellness tracker. I finished reading this book called The Healer Within, and I'm trying to apply some of the techniques in the book, so I'm going to see how this calendar works out. After the month of January is over, I can do a flip-through video if you're interested to see the final product. Last but not least is my habit tracker. I just started this 2 months ago, and I really love it. I write down all of the things that I want to make a habit of every single day, and if I do that, I color code the box in. If I don't, I leave it blank. You can really see over a month's time what you're really good at accomplishing and what you need help on. I can always fit 2 months worth on one page, so I am creating a habit tracker for both January and February. Things in my habit tracker are drinking water, working out, meditating, etc. But you can really put anything in there that you'd like to make a habit of. One thing I just want to point out is each habit is a different color. This is intentional and simply to visually see at the end of the month what habits were accomplished and which ones need working on.